Hello, my name's Kevin O'Rourke and I'm responding to a question by Samwise7. The question he's asking is, how do character sheets affect role playing, and do they affect them, negative or positive manner? I definitely think they do. I've seen circumstances where there definitely have been a negative impact. It depends on the game a lot, I think. I think unfortunately some games are very focused on mechanics. And it's a very big deal. You've got lots of notes, so they can be helpful because sometimes you need these. But when you're actually trying to role play and interact with people, you're trying to keep in mind your traits. It's a nice reminder sometimes, but I have seen times when it's been really annoying. Even when you're doing the combat stuff, I have seen, especially trying to put them on different formats, I've seen players try and use smartphones and things and have their character sheet saved as a PDF, and the rest, the GM and the players getting a bit annoyed because the person's taking 5 minutes to pull up their character sheet, and it's like, just fill out a character sheet, we've presented you to. Then again, I have to put my hand up, I'm kind of guilty myself in that I have used a laptop for a character sheet before. At times, in those circumstances, it was beneficial in those circumstances, I think, at times, or I was just a bit busy and I didn't want to fill out the damn character sheet for this week, but I was putting it off. It was wrong with me, but at the time I was quite busy. I have seen people trying to really refine, hone away this problem. Like, I've started running an Only War game recently, and I printed off a bunch of character sheets, and they're quite nice. They're physically appealing and aesthetically pleasing to the eye. But one of my players didn't like it. There's too much stuff there. It's too distraction. I don't like it. He went off and designed his own character sheet, which was really cut down, very simplistic. And he went off and we printed that off, and that's what he's using. And if it helps him, like, some character sheets can help you. Just the way they're set up can actually help with the immersion. Help you get into that mindset and remind you of things that happened. Like, I can think of immediately the Star Trek RPG, RPG by Decipher, I think it was. I remember their character sheet it looked like the computer layouts to a point from The Next Generation, which was pretty cool. And there's a lot of information there, which of course sometimes could be a bit of distraction, but it was kind of cool that you're able to look at your character sheet, and it brought back memories of episodes and things just by the layout. Really brings you back into, you're playing Star Trek. Sorry, bit of hiccups. It's kind of a double-edged sword, and I've definitely it depends really on the game. I've definitely seen when character sheets have been a distraction, and when you're trying to put so much stuff in the character sheet, and some character sheets, even by the way that the system's worked out, are just very disorganized. It's very difficult to figure out and try and remember where stuff is. But they're requiring you to remember all this stuff. Also, that I've seen people just scrolling down their character sheets in different corners, notes and things, whereas I try to keep notes on separate sheets myself, and my character sheet can be the character sheet, and I can have 3 or 4 additional sheets sometimes which I've just put notes onto, where some people just put notes onto character sheet and they spend it like, oh, I can't remember, and you try and figure it out. Can be annoying when you're waiting for somebody to wait for it, and can definitely detract from the situation. But then again, I've done it myself with the additional sheets, because it can be a week or more, or well, sometimes less, but it can be a week or more before you get back to the game. And a relevant piece of information might be from a month ago. It's difficult to remember that stuff sometimes. I know you can get immersed in the game, you can remember fantastic details, but by keeping just short, brief notes like that, although sometimes you take some, hey, give me a second, and you look it up, that takes away because you're not something, but you're trying to get back a relevant piece of information. I have, and I've seen other people do it. One of my friends is very good for keeping notes, and if he might take him a minute to look up stuff, but he drags back information we have forgotten. And I've done it myself as well. Information that's like, it's small little details but very important, and you easily forget about them. They're a necessary evil at the end of the day, and they're really necessary with the mechanics of some games. The sheer amount of stuff that you're remembering, and not just like the feats and the skills and the different things like that, but some systems just go to all the different modifiers and things, which kind of point to become overbearing. GURPS has a lot of stuff to remember. I haven't played much of GURPS, but GURPS has a lot of different things to remember, and I've had to be looking up stuff. but it's nature the beast with GURPS, and the plus side to that of the fortune of trying to look up stuff and ruin the flow even of combat or of social situations is offset by the appeals of it's quite realistic in several respects, as much as these games ever are. But I don't think we'll I can't think of a solution to the problem, so to speak. That's my thoughts anyway. I don't think I came to a coherent ending on it aside from what are we going to do. That's it. Goodbye.